puppet strings, running fast and crushing dreams. For who's gonna win the big shiny rings? Behind the doors they're getting brief. It's so clear to see. Seems so bright, but you can't be under the lights without being behind the scenes. There's another game being played. It ain't always what it seems. Judges watching up from the thrones. Who's the next king who throw the stones? If you swear on the Bible, then let's settle this on the court. We'll add up the scores and see the reality they distort. Nice try, the ball don't lie. People think it's a fair game, and they actually believe this. Show us what you got. Take the ball and shoot your shot. Give it a try. It's swish or miss. The ball don't lie. When you look at the numbers, something seems off. When you learn to make sure you can laugh and scoff. Nice try. The ball don't lie. Heroes rise, but really they fall, because there are big shots making the call. Trophy shine, but it's all for a die. In the game of the all-seeing eye, the ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. The truth is hidden in the stats. What are the odds of that? They cheer and cry for every move, but who's really in control of the groove? Betting odds control the game. Fans believing it's just plain. Truth is hidden in plain sight. There's more going on under the lights. When you look at the numbers, something seems off. When you learn the geometry, you can laugh and scoff. Nice try, the ball don't lie. Heroes rise, but really they fall, because there are big shots making the call. Trophy shine, but it's all for a die. In the game of the all-seeing eye, the ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Sports are rigged, they say. The games they play every day, so obvious and it's getting dumber. The truth hides in the numbers. They cheer, they cry for every move, but who's in control of the groove? Puppet strings, yeah they're tight. Swish or miss all through the night. Crowds roll loud in the stands. Cheer for all the hidden hands behind the great display. It's like actors in a play. Contracts read like old scripts. Money talks, makes big flips. Victory so like false gold. Repeated stories retold unfold. When you look at the numbers, something seems off. When you learn a geometry, you laugh and scoff. Nice try, the ball don't lie. Heroes rise, but really they fall, because there are big shots making the call. Trophy shine, but it's all for a die. In the game of the all-seeing eye, the ball don't lie. Puppet strings, pull them tight. Every move in plain sight. Games are played behind screens. Nothing's really as it when you ball don't lie. The ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Athletes on puppet strings, running fast and crushing dreams. For who's gonna win the big shiny rings? Behind the doors they're getting brief. It's so clear to see. Everything might seem so bright, but you can't be under the lights Without being behind the scenes, there's another game being played. It ain't always what it seems. Judges watching up from the thrones. Who's the next king who throw the stones? If you swear on the Bible, then let's settle this on the court. We'll add up the scores and see the reality they distort. Nice try, the ball don't lie. People think it's a fair game.
All right, folks, how we doing? Welcome back to the BalllDontLie channel. This is my first impromptu live stream. Looks like we got 5 people on the live right now. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate that. I agree. A follower of mine for a while, he decided to make a song like that. I think he used AI to do it, but I didn't ask for it. It was just a very nice gesture. So, but yeah, latest in the news. This has to be what, a little over an hour old, you guys. We have yet another helicopter crash. Second one being now in another river, right? The first one being in the Potomac River when the Black Hawk helicopter smashed into the American Eagle plane back on the 29th day of the year of this year, followed by Super Bowl 59, followed by the upside down plane crash on Michael Jordan's birthday, followed up by the Chicago Bulls banners burning in the United Center. We're only 4 months in, you guys, and yet now we have another story that is fresh out the oven. Helicopter crashes in the Hudson River in New York City. All 6 on board killed. I mean, this news story continues to develop. Started with multiple fatalities confirmed. They say that 3 people were rescued, but then they also say that everybody was killed. Obviously, more information is breaking by the second. Thank you, Joey. I love this song too. I decided to just kind of go impromptu with this. Obviously, it's so fresh. I only have a few slides to share and present with you guys. And I do have the line open. If anybody wants to call in and share any other insight, please do. Let me put the phone number into the chat and pin it to the video. Okay, so this is the call-in number. Before you guys call, if I can just hit my piece really quick. I already touched on that first part. Today we have the Hudson River helicopter crash, and don't forget about the military Black Hawk helicopter that collided into an American Airlines jet back on the 29th of this year. I've shared this snippet quite a bit when the Philadelphia Eagles, who won this year's Super Bowl. Fun fact, today has 59 top date numerology. And of course, the Philadelphia Eagles just won Super Bowl 59. But don't forget about this tweet that the Eagles put out on the 5-year anniversary of Kobe's death in a helicopter. But over here on the right side, I just did a quick measurement from today's date back to the date that Kobe actually died in 2020. And sure enough, it's exactly 1,901 days. And that's very interesting because that is the 291st prime number. And once again, this Black Hawk helicopter American Eagle story was on January 29th. That's the date written 29/1 in the majority of the world. So that's a very, very tight coincidence, if you ask me. To give you guys an example about how this all ties into sports and news and entertainment and actresses and rappers and music artists, the first thing I thought of was Kate Hudson and Jennifer Hudson, who have both been in the news recently. I'm not really getting into what their latest news stories are. Hey, Sean, make sure you guys all go follow Widow's Son. Make sure to follow Joey Heim, too. So I just did a quick look at Jennifer Hudson, right? You guys, we're talking about 1,901 days apart from Kobe's actual death, the 291st prime. The Black Hawk helicopter smashes into the American Eagle this year on the date written, 291, right? What are the odds that Jennifer Hudson was born on September 12th, the date written 129? Going right back to that very first air collision story of this year. Cody, what's up, man? Katy Perry named Hudson was on a helicopter at the end of Woman's World Song last year. Oh my God, dude. Ooh. Here we go. Cody, good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I was saying this is a very impromptu live that I'm putting together. I'm about to ask for some calls. If anybody wants to call in, always appreciated. If you guys can just give me 30 seconds, I will be right back. All right, guys, sorry about that. Yeah, Cody, no worries, man. Get some rest. Get some rest. So yeah, Hudson River, Jennifer Hudson, helicopter crash into a river. The second one this year, second helicopter crash in a river. Jennifer Hudson's birthday's got that 129. Just like the date of the first crash of the year. Well, if you measure from today's date to Jennifer Hudson's birthday, it's a span, when you include the end date, 156 days. 9/11 is the 156th prime number. I would argue that September 11th is probably the biggest plane crash story in the world. I mean, outside of, let's say, Pearl Harbor. I don't know, just my 2 cents on that. So you have this 9/11 connection with the date duration of today's news with Jennifer Hudson and the crash in the Hudson River. To add more to it, what are the odds that she's from Chicago? Of course she is. Because this first air collision story of the year emphasizes that it was a Black Hawk helicopter. This is a great example to show you how news, sports, entertainment just completely intertwine with each other. If you guys don't know, the Black Hawks connection with Chicago is their hockey team in the NHL. That's really where I'm at, you guys. I had to kind of scrape and claw for some visuals and things to show you what I'm seeing right out the gate. But I would love for anybody to chime in with anything else that they're seeing. The phone line is open, so please feel free to call. It's always great to pick the brains of brilliant minds. Just want to make sure we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Also, I will say I just learned with the phone line that I put out there, you guys can also text that line if you have any observations. You can also leave a voicemail. If I don't pick up, usually I'll have it open for times like this with live streams and the weekly calls with Rambo, etc. So I don't want to stretch this out for too long, but this is the first one. First thing that I noticed, at least. "1901 days after Kobe's crash." 1901. Yeah, Desboy, that's what I was just touching on right here. Damn, yesterday was 291 months exactly after 1901. Sean, why 1901? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm still picking up on how you code things, which is brilliant. So Sean looked at it like, okay, 1901 days. What if we chop that into a date? And sure enough, January 9th, 2001 is exactly 291 months exactly after that. Wow. Yeah, so I think there's a reason why the very first big story of this plane helicopter crash stuff took place on the 29th day of this year. New York, yep, equals 156. Absolutely. Today is 39 weeks after Women's World and 39 prime days after Katy Perry's birthday. KJ Malone says NYC on the 74th parallel. Today is 74 days after Eagles tweet. Kobe death anniversary. Yep. You see here, I'm going to stop my screen share really quick. Do any of you guys have anything with Kate Hudson instead of Jennifer Hudson? Need to look more into her as well. Once again, really just the point of this live was to get something together quickly. That way, if there's more observations to add, we can add it to the live. Let's see. Now I'm trying to navigate. How can I change the window I want to share? There we go. Kate Gary Hudson. I mean, Hudson River does have those Jesuit numbers. just to show you guys. Is it? Yeah, right here. So Jesuit order with that 153 and 144. Then you have Hudson River just in the reflection in the reverse ciphers. So interesting too that it happened on the same day as the official starting round of the Masters. I'm sure there's some things with that. Keep an eye on golfers that have those connections. Joey and I have been talking about on our winnable page about look out for Japanese players just with Japanese descent, because 9/11, known as the new Pearl Harbor, right? Let's see. Oh, Hudson and Satanic. Yeah, let's do that. Jeez Louise. So hard to drive sometimes. Where do I go? Here we go. So Sean, Widow's Son, once again, make sure to go follow Sean, just add Widow's Son and Decoding with Cody. I know you guys are going to have a lot more to add to this. What were we doing, Hudson? Jeez Louise, man. Are you kidding me? Hudson 291. I mean, if we measure from her birthday, it's 9 days from now. So there might be something to that. Or a span of 10. Sorry, just catching up with the comments, you guys. Okay, Sully movie about plane crash in Hudson. Sully, was that the Tom Hanks one? Look up Hudson Satanic. Yep, there it is. Occurred at 3/17 today, 3 months, 17 days to New York statehood anniversary of 7/26. Huh. I mean, 3/17 is a 66 prime. A lot to be said about that. The Masters is ritualistically tied to Tiger Woods, who won his first Masters 28 years to the day this Sunday. Wow. K-Kaz? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. That's a great addition. It just reminds me of, I think, the first YouTube video I did about Love is in the Air. Don't forget about Tiger Woods is now involved with Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, and he said, "Love is in the air." Don't forget that Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl, home of the flag, all that stuff, but it was the American Eagle that smashed into the Black Hawk helicopter this year. Cody's saying Satanic and Reverse Satanic is both 291. Wow, let me get that up there. Seriously? How oh my God. What? Oh my God, you guys, look at this. So mainly I was just touching on Jennifer Hudson right off the bat with her 291, 129 connections. But look at that, you guys. Wow. Wow. 103 months since Sully movie. 103 is a Mercury number. Mercury in transportation. Manhattan Island founded on 9/11. Oh my God. I feel like that's coming back to me, but I forgot all about that. He also won his last major 6 years ago, Sunday, the 29 Masters. Jack Nicklaus is the oldest golfer ever to win in 86. Okay. Nicknamed the Golden Bear. There's been a huge gold theme going on. Yeah, big time. Jack Nicklaus hit the opening shot today. Wow, did he really? Tiger became second oldest Jack with his last Masters win. K-Kaz, you're all over it, man. Colin Jensen, exactly 2191 days from his last major to Sunday. Yeah, this 129 stuff, or the 291 stuff, this is wild with today's latest news. Live and breathe golf betting. Well, Kaz, since we're talking golf, I guess I don't want to segue too much here, but I'll just share with you guys what I put out today, just keeping an eye on the Masters. It's actually related to the Frozen Four tonight, you guys. Keep an eye on college hockey. And I'll give you guys a quick little blip on this. Let's see, how do I... Okay. So to show you guys again how sports, news, everything, entertainment is all intertwined. Consider this freebie bets for those that are watching. This is for our paid tiers on Winnable. But I just want to point this out. Look at this. I know K-Kaz might appreciate this. So tonight we have two games. It's essentially the Final Four of college hockey, called the Frozen Four. Don't forget, you guys, that we are in the year of the release of the movie Happy Gilmore 2. And this goes back to why I wrote the book The Hand, when Carl Weathers died, who played Chubbs, got his hand bitten off by an alligator. A year later, the Gators win the college basketball tournament. But for those that aren't familiar with the original, Happy Gilmore, played by Adam Sandler, very often in the movie wore a Boston Bruins hockey jersey. And there's two matchups tonight. One of those four teams is Boston University, the Boston University Terriers. And what I just noticed was the championship game is going to be taking place on the 216th day of Adam Sandler's age. And the original Happy Gilmore movie was released on February 16th, 2/16. And not to mention the simple stuff. Carl Weathers, Bob Barker, and Joe Flattery all died last year, before and after the 104th NFL season. Today, the date of the Frozen Four is on the date written 10/4, with 59 top date numerology. And Terriers in the reverse ciphers equals 104 and 59. And as far as Denver goes, it's more number crunching, but Denver's sitting on 31 wins. They can pick up their 32nd today. They can keep, I believe that, they can keep Western Michigan on 32 wins. But the kicker for me was it's also 38 days after the founding date of the University of Denver, obviously in Colorado. And Colorado equals 38, and Colorado is the 38th state. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. Shoot, was I not? I thought I was. Yeah. Okay. Was I not? You guys didn't see any of this? Was I just reading this off and you guys didn't see the images? But once again, I mean, simple stuff. Boston used playing in the Frozen Four, the year of Happy Gilmore 2. Happy Gilmore is a hockey player turned golfer. He wears a Boston Bruins jersey very often in that movie. The championship game will be on the 216th day of his age. The original was released on 216. So yeah, I apologize if you guys didn't see that when I first explained it. Once again, this line is open, you guys, if you guys want to call in and add anything to what we're talking about. I don't want this to go extremely long. But catching up on the chat here. Yeah, Ted Bundy. I chose this number. Like I had a choice of like, I don't know, 4 numbers. And this one just hit me with Nikola Tesla's 369 quote. Denver winning just because that's their city. Chopper actually hit the water. I don't know. I haven't really had a chance to dive in and read all the details because every other article is conflicting each other as usual. DU versus BU. St. Louis Blues. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Because the Frozen Four's in St. Louis. Interesting. Home of Kansas City, who lost in the Super Bowl. They won a 12-game winning streak, which ended with their last win versus Colorado. Uncle Yoey, salute. All right, you guys. Well, that's all I really have for now. I'll give it another minute or two before we wrap it up. But I appreciate you guys being patient with me as I continue to learn how to steer the car with this. But if you guys can, I sincerely appreciate any, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Please share these videos any way you can. And I'm very much looking forward to the next one. Like I said, just as a reminder, you guys, you can text this number as well. You can call in. It most likely won't be available if I don't have it open during something like this. But you can always text it. I did a test run with that as well. So, all right. I'm sure there will be a part 2, part 3, part 4 of this, whether it's on my page or someone else's. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, Despoy has something. MLB player Orlando Hudson debuted in Toronto. He was 74 years and 47 days old from the upside down plane crash. Oh, wow. That is a good one. Don't overlook the Orlando name, too. Florida just won the men's college basketball tournament. Oh, yeah, Colin, did that game just start? Western Michigan just scored, I'm guessing. Frozen Four scores. Yep, there we go. Second period, Western Michigan just went up 1-0. So yeah, I mean, in the world of sports betting, if you guys really like what I shared about Denver, now would be the time to jump on a live bet since they're down. So, are the Magic a viable team this season? not sure what you mean by that. I don't think they're that good. Tupac had beef with thug named Orlando. Here we go back to the beef theme. Amazing. But yeah, just keep an eye on this story, you guys. With how early it is in the year, it wouldn't surprise me if there's more to come with this. But yeah, no need to recap. I appreciate everybody's additions to this. That 291 with Hudson and the Satanic Ciphers, front and back, that is wild. Most of what I shared was about Jennifer Hudson, but I know that there's plenty to be said about Kate Hudson. I just haven't gotten there yet. So that's partly why I decided to put this together kind of last minute. Thank you for the contributions. Once again, please hit the like and subscribe. Please share where you can. And really appreciate you guys tuning in. Plenty more to come. Take care, you guys.